Hello Scorpio, how are you? I hope this finds you well. So we are going to be doing your no contact love reading and everything that you need to know, whether it's about this reading or scheduling your personal readings. All of that is in the description box below for you. All right, Scorpio, we're going to grab a couple of these to get some overall energies, and then we're going to jump right into your tarot. And while we get these out, I do want to tell you that I have a sale going for you. It is a person on your mind recorded video reading for $22.22. And everything that you need to know about how to schedule that or what's covered in the reading, all of that is posted on the community page for you, or my email is in the description box below. But let's get into this. At the bottom of the deck here, we have regrets and mistakes. We have soulmate or everlasting. And travel and experience new things. We have this, you feel like home. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring me so much happiness and peace. And I see this ghosted energy. It says, I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. For some of you, if they didn't ghost you, you could have ghosted them. If it's not ghosting, it just feels like an abrupt ending. Okay, so just take it how it applies for your situation here. But I do feel like somebody is having some regrets from when you were together. You know, whether that's things that were done, things that weren't done, things that were said, things that weren't said. The thing is I kind of feel like there's a little bit of a hopeless feeling here with this person. Now, maybe it's just because of, you know, the weight of the regrets and the mistakes that they're kind of swimming in that energy. But with this soulmate everlasting and then travel and experience new things, it's almost like this person feels like you were the person that is meant for them. They could feel like you were their soulmate. And now it's like, I almost like this travel and experience new things. It almost has a very like lone wolf kind of an energy to it, where I feel like someone's like, okay, well, if Scorpio was the person I was supposed to be with and Scorpio was my soulmate and I messed that up, then I guess maybe I'll just travel. Maybe I'll just do this. Maybe I'll just do that. You know, but it has this very like a lone energy to it. So that's very interesting. And like I said, I feel like this person could just feel, Scorpio, like you were the person that was for them. So now it's, you know, kind of like, you know, what am I going to do? What am I going to do now? That almost makes it feel like this person feels like, even though that they still feel like you are their soulmate and they have these regrets and they're still wanting something with you, there's this energy with that hopeless feeling that they could feel like they can't have it. So let's go ahead and get the tarot out and see what's going on here. This is a very intense energy right off the gate. So this isn't going to resonate for all the Scorpios out here, just because, you know, this is definitely for the Scorpios where we're dealing with like a very intense past, you know, connection here. Maybe cycles that you've been in or just went through a lot with this person. There's a lot to this. It feels complex. All right, we have the Two of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the High Priestess. Yeah, I really feel like this, Scorpio. I feel like somebody, like the phrase that's coming to my mind is like, what do I do now? Like, where do I go from here? I see the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Judgment. I see the Seven of Swords here at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Swords, the Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot here. You know, this person, whether it's like, you know, inconsistent, whether they were in and out of your life, Scorpio, that Five of Pentacles, or they just weren't, they did not, it was like unequal give and take, like they did not give you what you needed. It could have been all about them for some of you. The Five of Wands could have been conflict and competition. Like, I just feel like it was a very challenging connection here. And I do feel like there was some kind of deceptions and things in the past. This person definitely feels like you don't trust them now. Now that Seven of Swords also feels a lot like sabotage, like self-sabotage. This person could be realizing, especially with that Queen of Swords, like I feel like somebody's realizing now where they really messed up. And with this Queen of Swords energy, this person just feels like maybe some of the things that have happened that you're not going to be able to ever see them in a different way. It feels very heavy, Scorpio, and maybe that's not true. This is just this person's perspective on things. This is their assumptions and where they're at with things. Maybe it is, but they definitely feel like whatever it is, whatever mistakes that they feel like they've made here, Scorpio, they feel like you would not be able to trust them again, or you would not be able to kind of see them differently. They don't feel like this is something that you can get back to a good space, and maybe that's just because they feel like maybe you are not willing to, Scorpio, or they feel like you wouldn't be able to. So with this Two of Wands energy here in the area of their thoughts, it really goes back to what I was feeling earlier with like, where do I go from here? They're kind of like looking out into the world here. They got the world out there, and it's like, okay, well, what do I do now? They have the Queen of Cups for their feelings. So I do feel like they are in their feelings. I feel like they are in their feelings about you. I feel like they miss you. I feel like they miss you heavily, Scorpio. They still have a lot of love for you here. I feel like they're thinking about, a future without you here, but not because that's what they want, but because they feel like they don't have any other choice. They have the High Priestess for their intentions. So I do feel like, this is them just wanting to figure things out. I also feel like because things feel very unclear or uncertain for them moving forward, but I also feel like they have the intention to kind of keeping things to themselves. They may not want you to know, Scorpio, that they are still really in their feelings about you. They may not want you to know that they are, really struggling in silence over here or missing you the way that they are. And I don't think it's like, for some of you guys, maybe it's a little bit of a pride thing for some of you. But for mostly it's just because I feel like it wouldn't change anything. They have the Ace of Pentacles here for the challenge. They definitely feel like they blew their opportunity with you here, or they missed their opportunity with you. So they felt like they had a chance with you, and they blew it here. Now the Six of Wands for their next actions. To me, Scorpio, this really feels like somebody who's just like watching you, move forward. This person could feel like you are happier without them, or you're doing better without them. Especially because I really feel like this person here in the background just watching you like glow up, or watching you improve yourself, watching you succeed. And this person's just looking at you, Scorpio, and I feel like they feel like you are, like I said, you're doing so much better without them, or you're happier without them. Now, maybe that's true, maybe it isn't. This is just their perspective on things, so just take it how it applies. And I feel like a part of them is happy that you are. I don't feel like it's a hating energy. I don't feel like this person is hating on you like, oh man, I wish Scorpio wasn't doing so good. But I do feel like it is, a part of them is happy for you, Scorpio, because I feel like this person does love you enough that they want you to be happy. They want you to succeed. They want you to thrive. But I think there is a part of them that is very hurt that, it's not with them. They have a Judgment and card energy here for the potential outcome. I do want to clarify this. The Judgment card can talk about making decisions, realizations. We'll just clarify it and see. I just looked up at the clock. We see 12:12 here. So some of you, that could be a number synchronicity for you or a message for you. You can Google that number and see if there's an additional message in that. For others of you, maybe it's just a confirmation. Maybe you've been seeing that number a lot, or maybe you've just been seeing number synchronicities a lot. Clarify this Judgment card energy for Scorpio, please. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Scorpio, if you would be willing to, I definitely feel like this person would want to work on things here with you, but I don't see them taking any action. I feel like this person is just having these realizations. They could be feeling a pull or something inside of them to reach out, to say something. And I'm not saying that they never will, but I don't think they're there yet. This Judgment card to me is like feeling that call to say something to you or try one last time. But the Knight of Pentacles is like really dragging their feet here. And it's just because I feel like there is some fear with that there, kind of holding them back here. And maybe that's because they feel like too much has happened. There's no way Scorpio is going to let me. Could be that fear of rejection. I don't feel like their heart could handle a no right now. And a lot of it is just because it really truly feels, Scorpio, that this person just feels like there's no point. And like I said, maybe that's true and maybe it isn't. But that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I do hope that it helps. If it resonates, let me know. If it doesn't, that's okay. Just check out some of your other placements and everything that you need to know. Whether it's about this reading or scheduling personal readings, all of that is in the description box below for you. If you want personal prayers for any reason, you can just put the little prayer emoji in the comments down below, and I will go through and pray for you. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you next time.